Today is the trade deadline in Major League Soccer, and there are several deals reportedly set to be completed before the deadline arrives at 10 p.m. Eastern Time tonight. One deal already completed before the deadline saw U.S. men's national team fullback DeJuan Jones reuniting with Bruce Arena after Arena's San Jose Earthquakes completed a trade for Jones with the Columbus Crew. Jones played for Arena at the New England Revolution and becomes the latest former Revs player to reunite with Arena and in San Jose. For more on the MLS trade deadline moves and San Jose's roster build, we're bringing in none other than our CBS Sports MLS insider and everyone's favorite mustache, Tom Bogert. My man, how you doing?
Pretty good. How about yourself?
I'm good, man. It's a little too early for my liking, but we're here, and we're getting through this. All right. We mentioned DeJuan Jones reuniting with Bruce Arena. You reported earlier in the week that there's another former Revs player that played under Arena, probably his best season as a youngster, English youth national team player Nol Buck. What's going on with Arena bringing in all these former Revs players to his new club in San Jose?
Yeah, Nol Buck will make the seventh former New England Revolution player to follow Bruce Arena to the San Jose Earthquakes. I love this Nol Buck move. This is a cash trade, and sources tell me it's $600,000 plus $50,000 in add-ons and 20% sell-on. That 20% sell-on is very key. We talk about Nol Buck. He's 20 years old, just turned 20 in April. 2 years ago, when he broke through with the Revs under Bruce Arena, he was viewed as one of the brightest young talents in Major League Soccer. They put a $7 million price tag on him. There were plenty of teams in Europe calling. And then after Arena left, he wasn't playing a ton. And then under Caleb Porter, he just isn't playing at all. From what I was told as of last week, he had him training with the second team. So I'm very glad that Nol Buck is going to get this move to San Jose. I think the system is going to fit him really, really well. And this is an extremely talented player. You look at some of those England youth national team squads, Jobe Bellingham is one name that is in the midfield. You look at all these other guys, they've made Premier League debuts. They're playing in the championship. There's some that are playing in Germany, right? This is an extremely talented player, and I think we're going to see the best of him once again in San Jose.
Yeah, we remember he made the list of the 22 under 22 in that rookie season under Bruce Arena with the New England Revolution, so it'll be interesting to see him join him again. We stay in the Western Conference. You reported yesterday that Real Salt Lake is really close to signing a designated player, but there could be some hiccups in the deal. What can you tell us?
So we'll start with Real Salt Lake, or the belle of the ball here on deadline day. They are looking to add multiple players. First and foremost is a designated player number 9. Slovakia International, Robert Bozanic. That deal is almost done. Bozanic traveled to Utah. He did his medical yesterday. He toured the facility. They've done everything but sign the paperwork and submit it. RSL are still extremely confident that this deal is going to get done today, but they're signing him from Boa Vista, and there is always snags when it comes to Boa Vista. So first of all, this deal has been essentially agreed for several weeks, around $2 million transfer fee, $2 million US. Well, he traveled, and now Boa Vista is saying, well, actually, we thought it was $2 million euros, because that's 2.3 million in US dollars, which is not how they negotiated the deal in any way. And after I reported this Bozanic deal, Boa Vista were kind of under the limelight because somebody reached out to me from Feyenoord. Feyenoord is who sold Bozanic to Boa Vista, and they said, hey, they haven't paid us for the initial deal to sign Bozanic. What is going on? They're about to get money for him. In that same day, I hear from FC Dallas. FC Dallas have not gotten a single penny in a transfer for Reggie Cannon in the year 2020. That's 5 years ago. Boa Vista just haven't paid. And then I heard from the Houston Dynamo. Boa Vista signed Albert Elise from them in 2020. They haven't received a single penny either. Boa Vista reportedly have not paid their electric bill at their training facility. Things are not in a good spot. So there are always snags when it comes to Boa Vista. Real Salt Lake are extremely confident this is going to get done. The player is pushing really hard for this move. Again, he's there in Utah. I'm assuming that this one's going to get done. But hey, man, never assume with this club.
Yeah, never a dull moment with Boa Vista. Something needs to be done at some point, right? It's so many years of these same type of issues with this club. Something has to be done here. All right, let's move on to MLS veteran Julian Gressel, a name that's obviously very well known in Major League Soccer. He could be on the move from Inter Miami. What are you hearing from the latest?
So sources tell me I'm expecting Julian Gressel to move today on deadline day. He is the biggest name that I can say with confidence that I'm expecting to move. There's no guarantee that a deal gets done, but there have been plenty of calls about Julian Gressel over the last several weeks, as he is very clearly not in Javier Mascherano's plans. One team that I'm hearing that's making a real strong push is Minnesota United. If they can get that deal done, I think that would be a tremendous fit. Julian Gressel is one of the very best, if not the best, crosser of the ball in Major League Soccer. They have two excellent center forwards in Taniolo O'Shea and Kelvin Yeboah. I think that he would fit as a wing back there, as a center mid. If that deal gets done, I would absolutely love it for Minnesota. I believe Inter Miami is going to hold on to some of Julian Gressel's salary cap charge, which makes it a good financial deal for Minnesota if they can get it done. They're not the only team calling. Several others have. He would prefer to not go to the West Coast. He'd really prefer to just stay on the East Coast. But no deals were kind of materializing. Atlanta had some interest, but nothing is moving forward there. That would have been a nice way for him to reunite with that club that he, became a star at as he first came to Major League Soccer. But Minnesota United is the team that I'm hearing that is making a push, and we'll see what happens today.
All right, MLS trade deadline tonight, 10 p.m. Eastern time. Make sure you're following Tom Bogert for all of the latest news as it breaks. Tom, thanks for joining us, my man.